American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Using his legs, it's Durham. Oh, he's got some space. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might as well give it to him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Guys, we talk about games that just somehow get away from you. I don't think there was a better example last year than that classic between LSU and South Carolina, in which the Gamecocks did every single thing except finish.
Well, they got out to an early start. They didn't get a lot of help from the referees, that's for sure. There were some very questionable calls in that game. At the end of the day, though, good teams find ways to win games. Garrett Nussmeier and LSU pulled it out.
They did find a way to pull it out, but how about what this game could have meant for South Carolina? Like, they could have been in the college football playoff, and you talk about the refs, they were awful. I mean, the INT returned to the house, but we accidentally touched the quarterback or breathed on him. Some bad breaks, and South Carolina is not forgetting it.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll go to the ground. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure, but man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes it past the marker. And he's loose on the right. Touchdown LSU! Once he got some room, it was over.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. That might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
They punted away on fourth down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch and stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Inside the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the jets, making the big play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Starting to feel a little pressure. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Durham. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Feels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines.
South Carolina, 14, LSU.
So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Anderson.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. To the ground with the back. He's got room. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll need some juice in that arm on third and long. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. Turning it on! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Gamecocks are threatening on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the option. The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Good defenses stop you from scoring. Great ones score themselves, and LSU has done that so well over the years.
Yeah, and it's about guys who are playmakers. It's about guys who can lock up on the outside, and LSU recruits them. They develop them, and so many guys you see at the highest level doing it, and this is why, because they come to LSU and become stars.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. It's complete on the right side. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. LSU quick to the line. Just keep slinging it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Grab near the marker. It's Anderson. LSU will get a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll try the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Finds his tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor.
And a pass on first down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 8. Brings up second down.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Harbor. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Gamecocks will have it first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Back back to throw. It's Sellers. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to sling it on second down. On a little time, lets it go.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Bringing the heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime.
3:25.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
His running ability has been, I think, the biggest key for his offense's success so far in this game. That time on the RPO, nobody open, and he just takes off running. And we've seen him do it in a variety of ways, on designed runs, on scrambles, and even in the RPO game. He's making the right decisions, and he's just too athletic for this defense to take.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then he shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
The running threat of the QB, it gives you the +1. It's just such a headache. He can always pull it. He can give it. There's so many options, and this defense so far hasn't had a lot of answers in trying to stop this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. Finds some fresh air. Gets it past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. To the air, it's Sellers. Makes the catch, it's Bennett. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but Maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll do it himself. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense plays the option well. He's found a little success, but not much room this time.
Yeah, I wonder at this point, too, Reese, if he's just pressing a little bit too much. It's almost as if he's aware that he hasn't been able to hurt this defense with his legs so far, and now he's just trying to will it to happen, when maybe he should be giving the ball to somebody else based on what the defense is doing.
Oh, they're after him! The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's the handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
42 Spider.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to the ground with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning.
Oh, he's got some space. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Turns it on in midfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. This time, there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Wants to adjust the pattern. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense.
Lasso! Lasso!
He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this fourth and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job getting that touchdown. Now you got to go for 2. You got to tie this thing up, and your defense better get ready because the opponent has time to work the 2-minute situation, drive down the field. This game is far from over.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Runs through a tackle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.